Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. I hope you're all doing well. So today we are doing a barn and a house, a little homestead and some fields and some paddocks as well. So I thought that I've never tried to build that in The Sims and I have been lacking some inspiration lately. So this kind of idea stuck out to me a bit, so we are going to build a barn. We're on the big 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg on the islands, and it's quite, I'd say, American looking sort of farm building. Obviously I have no idea what they actually, I've never been to an American farm, so it's probably just going off my lovely stereotypical version of what I think it is, with a massive big red barn with a little pointed sloped sort of Dutch style roof and all sorts of fun things in here. I wish we did have some actual farm stuff in The Sims. That'd be quite fun, especially for rags to riches and all that fun stuff that you could do. I think that's what laundry was supposed to be. It's supposed to have been some sort of an eco type thing. So the barn is split into two levels, of course, because you can't have a barn without your storage on top and your little work station and all stuff like that. So we've got some pumpkins and we've got lots of boxes and stuff on the bottom area. We make a little workstation and stuff off to the right hand side with some laundry stuff up the top and sort of a bar and sort of a place that you can go and sort of relax outside of the house. We've got lots of milk churns as well, because you have to imagine this farm being a lot bigger than it actually is, and them having fields and pastures going off into the distance, which you can't do in The Sims. We've got loads of boxes you can imagine are full of different foods and supplies that the family needs, because I wanted it to be somewhat self-sufficient, sufficing, and we've got lots of different sorts of stuff in here as well. Lots of plumbing and sort of they might run their house utilities and stuff from the barn. So later on I put some generators and stuff up there. There we have our little workbench, and we've got like the old rusty sinks and stuff. And I think the laundry stuff, cats and dogs, really fit really nicely into like a barn outdoor aesthetic, especially the seasons as well. Like we've got a few things like shoved into the little bench areas, because the flower arranging table fits in super nicely with those counters. We've got a little pit station up the top, and I kind of wanted a work area, like they were working on their tractor and machinery bits. So we've got some of the rocket things just as like a workstation area, and I put one of the big red vans in for a tractor, because that's the closest thing we're gonna get, except if you use like CC stuff. So we've got a little work like bench as well from Get Famous, just to pretend that it's like a testing little thing like you'd see in a car mechanic place. But when I was building this, it kept reminding me of flipping Hawkeye's farm, because I've been watching Captain Marvel, and that was a great film. I really enjoyed it, and want to see Endgame so badly, and it's only less than 20 days away, which is super exciting. Gonna do another review of that. I built something today just especially for it, because it's like we're running out of houses that I can build to do with the MCU, because I've already built half the stuff already, but I have found something perfect, especially as I think that my character is going to be a big role in this next film. So, and I also got a few gift cards because it was my birthday recently as well, so I had like 40 quid to spend on Origin. I was like, I need to get at least one pack, and spend it on something good. So I got Strangerville, and I'm gonna save the rest of it for the next expansion pack, which I really hope is a university. So we put some trees and stuff lining our little farm, and some little signs as well to like welcome people. And this is our little, well, not very little, it's quite big. It's bigger than I want it to be honest. But this is our little ranch house. I'm trying to make a little porch that goes all the way around, and at the moment I'm trying to fiddle with roofs, and I realise soon enough that you don't need to put on the weird corner bits, because we're going to cover those up with the flat roofs. So there's a nice big round porch area, so you can sit out on your rocking chair, watch the world go by. We've got some proper timber going on, some red, dark woods, and lots of seasoned stuff as well. It makes it very aesthetic. I just wish that we actually had like some farmland we could actually put this build on, instead of putting it on an island or in the middle of nowhere like the other 64 by 64 lot. Trying to find a door to put in that 3 wide gap was so annoying. It's like, it's not centered with the stairs. I'm getting so annoyed. And at the moment I am actually away on a lovely holiday that you will see next week if you're watching this when it actually goes out. If you're watching afterwards, then you can probably click the link at the end and see a wonderful vlog of my adventures round about everywhere. Well, not everywhere, I haven't been everywhere, but some fun shenanigans that I would have got up to during this week. I have needed to go away as well and see something different. So in the living area, I thought it'd be quite cool to have some beams across using the spandrels and some big columns and stuff, and then having some more of the sort of like rusticy looking curtains, and a little bit tackier stuff. Well, not tacky, but like farmy stuff. And I've got some like old keyboards, a bit more older furniture, some more homemade stuff as well. So it all comes together. It's such a huge space. I probably shouldn't have made it that big. But you're also using a lot of wood and a lot of natural materials in here. And obviously we have a TV, because you cannot live without one. But there's lots of seasons and parenthood stuff. I also wanted to make it a little bit rundown, so we're adding a few cracks and stuff about the place, a few old pictures and everything like that. So it's all a good fun, and using the get together ones is always good for getting some old pictures and stuff. But I think when I was furnishing this, I added too much clutter. We got some of the wood like paneling inside as well, because I thought that would be something they would build, kind of thinking that these people built their own house as well, which would have been quite fun if you could actually do that in The Sims. Just end up like getting a little, using your handiness skill and building your own house, because that'd be super fun. We should definitely have a pack where you can build your own house. And this is the humongous kitchen that is ridiculously too big. And it is a kitchen diner in the end, but I was just like, I really did not scale this house properly. But oh well. I always forget in The Sims like the scale of stuff. We're going for some nice brown cabinets with some blue ones up top, just to match the tiles and everything. Got a nice big island counter as well. Also added in a few pet stuff as well. I thought it was important to have a lot of fireplaces, because they would obviously be using it to help heat the house, and having a little bit more old school stuff, even though I've probably said that about 5 times. Such fun. Adding in a few bits. I also wanted to have a bar in here. I really wanted to use that old Spanish looking one from Jungle Adventure. I kind of have to move it around a bit when I actually start putting in the dining stuff. We've got some little curtains and stuff up. Lots of pet stuff because I imagine they would have like all the pets. Because when you're on a farm, you can have loads of dogs. You need a sheepdog and all sorts of stuff. Cat as well that lounges about. I thought that was quite cool, making it into a little corner piece, having lots of putting a little plant in and stuff as well, just to make it look like it's actually connected, and having the like reclaimed bits of wood as their table that kind of matches the style of the bar was important as well, just to fit with that theme that we've got going on here. I do like making some stuff that has some theming going on, because you can always end up using some different items and stuff, especially now that I've got Strangerville. There's some fun stuff, made a little lab and all sorts of stuff, just playing around and seeing how you can use the different objects. I've got a build in mind and a completely new series now. We've finished the street through time, going through the British architecture. So we thought of something fun that we could do instead of that on a Friday. So Strangerville will come in handy for that, especially for the first one I want to do. But I will not say any more about that. You will have to wait and see, or not, if it's already come out by now. by the time anyone in the future has come to watch it. The bathroom is behind the stairs. It's pretty big. Nice family one with a big roll top and stuff. We've got a hefty number of bedrooms up here as well. And tried to theme the colours with the wallpaper that's in the bedroom. We're going for lots of dark, sort of more worn out furniture about the place as well. We've also got the wall panelling upstairs just to match the downstairs as like a nice big core, structurally sound interior bit holding up the rest of the house. This is not the master bedroom. This is kind of like a teen bedroom. We've got some clothes on the rack, and we've got a few bits and bobs here and there. We've got a really old computer, going for a very green theme in here, and using the multi rugs as well. It's a big old room, and you need to fill it with stuff, and you can't put already got like 3 chairs in here, so you gotta add stuff. Also added laundry as well, because I added the buckets, the little wash bucket outside, because I thought they'd been a little bit natural and stuff, and wash their clothes by hand. Then we've got a twin girls bedroom up here, so they've got the scouting board, they've got some crafts, some puppet show, kind of less technology in this build as well, just kind of thinking that they would be not in an area where they would get very good access to broadband, so lots more toys, a lot more like the puppet show thing that I never use, but I thought that'd be quite appropriate for this build, and like drawings on the walls and all sorts of fun stuff, so kind of allowed to run a little bit wild. And they've got sports equipment and all sorts of stuff like that, because I think they would be very active family. Obviously horse riding as well. As you see me scale up a horse, and like, aha, I knew what to put in there, because I was trying to find an animal, and I realised we don't have any like animal toys except for like a llama or a horse. I was like, llamas would be cool, but it's more realistic to have a horse, so we've got a nice start of a horse paddock outside. And this is the master bedroom, so we're going for a little bit more green in here as well, and it's got a ensuite that kind of goes round the corner, so it doesn't make the room quite so big as the others. We've got some nice little country seating, wing backs by the fireplace. You can sit and chill in the evening, especially if they've had a long day on the farm and stuff. We've got a bit more of a hefty bed as well, putting a few cats and dogs pictures about, because they fit in perfectly with this sort of style. We've got a few different mixed matches of furniture as well, and having the laundry baskets and stuff. And then in this bedroom, I think this one is a teen bedroom, so they've got a little bit of star, like their own personality, going a bit more reds and pinks and stuff in here, and a few bits that they might have found along the way, a few more plants and stuff. Got an old like rug as well. I do like that version of that rug. It's probably one of my favourite rugs. We got a really old school like Windows 95 computer on the desk as well. So you kind of imagine this family has like 2 teens and 2 like kids. So it's a big old family, and they're kind of into their music, not necessarily country music, but we kind of want to get out of the farm and escape to the nearest big city and stuff, make it as a performer or something like along those lines. Which is, I feel like, very classic like TV premise right there. Got a few cushions about as well, and stickers and boom box just to add to their personality. I thought their room would be a little bit more cracked and stuff, because they would kind of throw their bits and bobs about, and putting some like music and band posters up as well, just to make it seem like they live in there a little bit more. And then we also have a toddler. Do I know there's a toddler room? Yeah. So this is like a family of 5. I was like, they are having all the kids out here. There was nothing better for them to do on a winter's evening. They need to keep warm somehow, so they have 5 kids. All the age ranges that you can possibly get at the moment in the Sims. They've got like kids, toddler room, and there's not much going on here. Kind of trying to keep it quite plain and stuff. Have a few woodland theming and stuff, a few toys about, and a teddy bear as well, just so they have a few things. And you actually used the round rug for once, because I was just like, this room's actually quite big for a toddler, so got to use the big rug. Had to scale it down though, because obviously it's a huge rug. I also love putting chickens literally everywhere and scaling up the horse toys. Get some little foals as well, just to add to the atmosphere. Then I realised like we'll have to close that close that in, because the horses will escape. They've got a little the water place, and a few bits of overgrown bushes and stuff, just to make it look a little bit more realistic, even though the horses are like really static. I thought the classic farm as well, you have to have some sunflowers out the front, so a little garden area out the front. We've got a pickup truck as well, just like slung in, and a chicken coop as well, just using the metal roof bit from, I think that's Seasons. Just adding a little bit of detail, but I thought the chickens kind of roam everywhere and then come back at night time to kind of settle into the hay. And then this is our little crop field, so doing the lines along. I thought terrain painting was pretty important in this build, because it's gonna get muddy, and I was trying to work out which plant to use. But I use this little bush, so you can kind of imagine that things grow on it, kind of like a tomato plant or something like that. I also put Patchy in here as well as like a scarecrow. I thought it's a perfect place to put Patchy. Trying to do the best straight lines possible. I also thought it'd be nice to have a little pond as well, because farms always have some little like ponds and stuff. And then we've got the koi carp pond from Get Famous. We got a well as well, and we've got a little camping area, a few like swings and stuff. We use one of the bonfires and then scale up the prop to actually put the pot over. You can kind of imagine they set out by the fire in the evening as the fireflies go around have some campfire stories, some songs and stuff like that. Got one of the old picnic benches as well. We've got a few of the selling tables, so if you've got like honey and stuff, you can sell it, make a little bit of profit. Also put some of the actual like plant stuff so you can actually grow some stuff so you can sell it. And then we've got some bees out there for obviously our honey collection, because they're the only things at the moment that we can actually sell as produce. We've obviously got a flag and some little bunting just to hint at the Americanness. And I was trying to think of some stuff that I could put about, but we got a little light at the end, but I didn't want to add too much lighting. And then we've got a little bit of roof pieces just to finish off with our barn. So I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to hit a like, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.